はい、こんにちは。カメルと申します。では、引き続き、シャーロックホームズやっていきたいと思います。ゾウがおびき出されてきたので、じゃあ、ゾウについて調べてみましょうか。ダーツが刺さってますね。
There's something in the needle. A feathered fletching. This might be promising.
はい、羽がついた矢が刺さっていたと。
It injured itself while running through the forest.
森で怪我を負ったみたいですね。結構目がリアルでえぐいですけど。
The left tusk is larger and more worn. You're a left-tusked elephant.
象牙について情報が得られました。あとはどこかあるかな。
Peaceful and compliant, almost a gentleman.
象はおとなしいみたいですね。象に刺さっていた矢の化学分析ができるみたいなので、何が付着していたのか見てみましょう。はい、こんな感じでいいんじゃないでしょうか。確定。矢に混入していたのはストリキニーネですね。巨大な動物を昏睡させるには程遠いということでした。さて、では、記憶の宮殿に新しい手がかりが入りましたので、見てみましょう。矢を所持しているっていうのと毒矢ですね。アーサー・スイフトかポール・パークスなら象矢で撃つことができる。そうですね。どちらかはわかりません。第三者はゴライアスを利用した。意図的に刺激したか、セオドアを守ったかですね。右側であれば、アーサーの仕業というところでしょうか。セオドアを殺したのはゴライアスだ。ゴライアスは、そうですね。ゴライアスを処刑する意味はないですよね。いや、第三者が象を矢で撃ち、セオドアギルデンを守ろうとしたらおかしいな。違うな。襲わせたですね。はい。見直してみたところ、新しい事実が出てきました。ゴライアス刺激されたのかもしれない。セオダを殺したのはゴライアスかもしれない。この2択になりました。で、矢が刺さっていたことから刺激されたのかもしれないですね。ということで、犯人はアーサーだ。アーサーを逮捕してゴライアスを助けるか、アーサーを見逃してゴライアスを処刑するかの2択であるということですね。であればゴライアスの方を助けたいので、アーサーを逮捕し、ゴライアスを助ける。ゴライアス自体には、罪はないですよね、象には。と思います。で、アーサーを逮捕し、ゴライアスを助ける。としたいと思います。はい。ちょっと長考していたんですけれども、方針を変えましたというか、考え直しました。 気になったのは象に刺さった矢にストリキニーネがついていた、付着していたという点です。で、これはどうやらアーサーの矢の箱を確認したときには出てこなかった情報なんですよね。一方で、ポールの矢を確認したときには、ストリキニーネを仕込んだ矢をネズミを殺すのに使っているという話が出てきていました。当然、アーサーが象のためにストリキニーネを一つにだけ仕込んだという可能性はあるんですけれども、ちょっとそこが確認できないので、象に刺さっていた矢はもうポールの矢であるというふうに判断しました。ということで、象を矢で撃ったのはポールであるというふうに考えました。で、象の状態を鑑みるに、かなりおとなしい様子だったので、矢が刺さったことで暴れ出したのではないかということで、ポールを逮捕し、ゴライアスを助けるという方針を立てました。ので、ポールを捕まえたいと思います。
Did it feel good killing Theodore Gilden after the humiliation and threats?
What? I thought you were blaming Goliath for that.
No, I think you killed Theodore Gilden. Goliath is, unfortunately, a victim of circumstance.
I'm far better than to kill Gilden. Believe me.
You see, I managed to capture the elephant. Goliath
はい、
had
この
a
矢
dart
ですね。
stuck in his hide, similar to the ones that you used to kill rodents. My guess is that you used Goliath. A dart can kill a mouse or human, but for an
象に
elephant,
対
it's
しては
not
興
enough.
奮剤になるんですね、
Strychnine
ストリ
is
キ
a
ニーネは。
powerful stimulant and convulsant. Once the drug was in the bloodstream, Goliath became extremely agitated and so blinded by the flow of energy that he killed his owner.
And my dart is responsible for that. I'd rather use my hands.
Yes, there would have been fewer variables, but after the attack on you, your condition didn't allow for a direct confrontation. So, you used what you had.
That's not what happened. Anyone might have the same set of darts as I do. They're not expensive.
But not everyone knew Theodore and had access to his property.
はい。で、事件
You were
現
at the
場
crime
に
scene at the precise
い
moment when
た
Gilden died.
証拠と
I
し
was
て
not.
その傷があ
I
るん
was
ではな
visiting
い
the
か
doctor
と。
after the attack on me.
Ah, of course, where no one saw you. That's an inconvenience. But in any case, the person who was there met the rage of the elephant. One was struck by the gate with such impact that they were thrown into the shed. The knife fell out. The bruises on your elbow match the contour of the hole in the shed.
But I told you where my bruises came from.
And I heard you, but you didn't catch my words. A bosun's knife was found there, a very specific tool commonly used in your field.
That's only your assumption. I was never there. I mean, I was, but not when this happened.
ちょっと合っ
I
て
can
るのかどう
understand
か
why
怪
you
しい
killed
ところ
Mr.
です
Gilden.
ね。
He saw you with his daughter. He checked up on you, yachtsman, smuggler, and a woman. He went so far as to hire some thugs to attack you. Theodore knew your weakness, your career. He forced you into a corner. You're a survivor. You were prepared for the worst, but Theodore surpassed even your worst-case scenario. So you responded accordingly.
I've earned everything myself. Every victory, every trophy, every mangir. I achieved all of it without murder. I don't need to kill in order to win.
And you weren't afraid that he would reveal your secret to the owner of the yacht club or your competitors?
I can control my fear. Trust me, I wouldn't have become a professional athlete otherwise.
じゃあポールを逮捕しましょうか。
I revealed many truths and lies concerning Gilden. One banal fact is that he was a bitter and angry man who acted according to his own desires and impulses. Such people are dangerous, they are unpredictable, and value their own comfort more than anything and anyone. The same as you, Paul.
Are you out of your mind?
You're a gambler, smuggler, and actor. You indulge your self-importance. Such egocentricity and impulsivity is frightening. I won't allow you to play with someone else's life. You are under arrest.
Wait. At least tell Imogen. Tell her where I am.
I think she deserves a space without you. I've heard you can gamble on racing in prison, only it's rat racing. No yachts. Goodbye, Paul.
Why did you pick my Paul? Out of all the people on this island. Just when I needed someone I could rely on.
Believe me, I saved you. I found the true murderer. Would you really choose to live with the person who took your father's life?
You took away the pillar I was relying on. Paul was my only hope. You've destroyed it.
It was Paul who destroyed it, not me. I was merely the fact-checker who discovered the real culprit. And now about that elephant.
Oh yes, Goliath. You did nothing about it. I had to deal with it. Fortunately, there was a real man wanting to help me. He agreed to buy Goliath and relocate him to his property.
I suppose I must congratulate you.
I'd rather you leave. But first, here are my father's belongings. Some of them have information about your mother. Take them and leave me be.
I appreciate it, Miss Gilden. I assure you, I only wanted to find the true perpetrator.
Perhaps. Or perhaps you found a convenient scapegoat. Goodbye.
I truly hope you meet more honest people in the future. Take care.
はい、ということで、合っていたのか、間違っていたのか、どちらだったのか。いずれにしろ、ケースクロースですね。さて、で、母親についての遺品ですが、セオドアはバイオレットのことが好きだったということですね。
My mother always wore this around her neck until one day it disappeared. I was wondering where it went. She said it was a birthday present from a good friend. I just had another glimpse of a memory, John. It's fuzzy, but I'm sure it happened somewhere in the manor.
Finally moving forward. Shall we go?
はい、ということで屋敷に戻りましょう。
You are guilty, Mr. Swift. Killing Theodore Gilden was a testing challenge. You succeeded.
What makes you think I'm somehow involved in Gilden's death? My partner's death, I might remind you.
ということで、ちょっとアーサーパターンも見ていきたいと思います。
Your dart uses strychnine to kill rodents at the site, is that correct?
Well, yes, that is its purpose.
The same dart with strychnine was found on Goliath. The very same substance is a powerful stimulant. It causes convulsions, a flow of energy. You shot Goliath. The elephant became extremely energetic, agitated, and so terrified that it killed its owner. For a man of your age, it was easier to hit a larger grey target than a small man.
You said it yourself. Goliath killed Theodore, and your strychnine speculations are absurd. Only athletes use it as a stimulant, not elephants.
True, but one dart of strychnine would not be enough to kill the elephant, and you knew it. You were there when Theodore Gilden died.
Nonsense. I visited him many times, but I wasn't there when the elephant killed him.
Then I must have made a mistake, because the murderer met Goliath's rage personally. The perpetrator was hit by the gate and thrown into the shed. Your bruise matches the contour of the broken hole. One further detail is that the murderer had a bosun's knife, fairly useful in a place where one might cut ropes and fabric, such as, I don't know, the dig site?
That's your interpretation of the facts, Mr. Holmes. You've simply aligned them to suit your hypothesis.
It's not a hypothesis once proven, it's theory, Mr. Swift. Let me tell you a story. A man spends almost 5 years of his life locating an artifact. He puts every ounce of energy and money into his research. The same man even goes so far as to sign a contract with a ruthless man, a
気は
businessman.
しますね。
It was a risk,
まあもちろん
but the reward
情
will be
報は
worth it.
集め終わってい
Years
る
go
はずな
by
の
and
で、
there's still no
今手
result.
元にある
So
情報で
the businessman
推理し
decides
なきゃ
to end the man's
いけない
research.
と
He
いうと
spits
ころ
on
な
the
んですけれ
research.
ど
He
も、
promises to bury the site under an eccentric project. All of this
まあ
is
現
just
状の
his
情
whim.
報だけでは
Theodore
2
Gilden
択
could
絞
do
りきれな
anything
い
he
ので、
wanted
も
with
う
this place, and you were anxious about the fate of your
プ
research.
レイヤー
You
が
wished to protect it.
決めてください
You
と
tried to tame Gilden's eccentricity,
いう感じです
but you
ね。
killed him instead.
Theodore wasn't trying to sabotage my career. We had a disagreement, but it wasn't as dire as you describe it. He wasn't a pleasure to talk to, but killing him? Nonsense.
私個人
Theodore
的
Gilden
に
was
は
a capricious man,
この2人で
extremely
は
impulsive. But the
ないんじゃないかという
cold-blooded
気も
nature
し
of
て
your
しまっ
plan
ているんで
makes
す
you
けど
even
ね。
more dangerous. You feel nothing. You show no remorse.
水
It was
兵
simply
が
a calculated move.
犯人なんではない
And
かと。
that is why you are under arrest.
まあナイフが
Nothing.
水兵がよく
You
使うものって
have
書いてあった
nothing
ん
on
で、
me.
I think I'll let the police decide if my findings are substantial enough for prosecution.
This is all a dreadful mistake. This can't be happening. The elephant killed Theodore.
Goliath is innocent and he should be free. He is not the
どちら
real
も
murderer here. That is the apex
結
of your
末は
career, Mr. Swift.
ほとんど
Farewell.
変わらないですね。
I told you Mr. Swift was not a real archaeologist. He was a murderer.
あまりす
I knew
っき
there
り
was
す
something
る
wrong
ス
with
トー
him.
リーはどちらにも
Fortunately
なか
for
っ
us,
たです
being a
ね。
murderer was not his profession. And about the elephant.
While you were busy, I've dealt with it. No thanks to you. I asked you to solve this wretched problem, but you didn't.
I couldn't be in two places at once, Miss Gilden. I was catching your father's murderer. But how have you dealt with it?
A man agreed to take the elephant away. He came to me asking for permission to relocate it to his property, and I accepted.
Well, congratulations, I suppose. That is one less problem.
Actually, two, Mr. Holmes. I found my father's possessions that you can take with you and disappear.
I appreciate it, truly.
Well, someone has to do something. Take everything if you need to, and leave me be.
Take care of yourself, Miss Gilden.
はい、まあ、どちらもすっきりするストーリーではありませんでしたが、まあそんなものでしょう。では次回ですね、続きを進めていきたいと思います。ありがとうございました。